Hello, in this tutorial I'll show you how to view all epics in Jira. So here's a detailed step-by-step guide on how to view all epics in Jira. First, open the Jira web app and log in with your credentials. Once logged in, you'll be directed to your Jira dashboard where you can access your projects and boards. So from the Jira dashboard, find and click on the project you want to work with. I'm going to work with this after project 10. So this will open the project's main page where you can see its backlog, board, and other project related details. All right, so if you have backlogs, or let's say you have set a project to backlogs. So from here at the top corner of the screen, you're supposed to see an option that says backlog. Okay, you're supposed to see backlog from this option. From the top corner that has all these tabs, you should see an option that says backlog. But then if you cannot find backlog, here are some possible reasons. So it likely means that either the backlog feature is not enabled for your project, you're using a project type that doesn't have a backlog functionality like Jira work management, or you might not have the necessary permissions to access the backlog view within your project settings. Okay, so if you're using a Jira work management project, it doesn't have a native backlog feature, so you won't see the option. And then if the backlog feature is disabled for your project, you might also need to have the necessary permissions. So how do you check and enable backlog? Navigate to your project and access the project settings. In the project settings, look for feature section and ensure the backlog feature is enabled. If you're using a Kanban board, check the board settings to see if the backlog is enabled for that project. So here you go. I'm in this board now and I'm saying set as default, and you can see that there is no option for me to customize this board from here. When I click on this project settings, you see that there is no option for me to enable backlogs. So it means this project does not approve of backlogs. But if it approves of backlog for you, then you would definitely find the backlog option. So here's what I'm going to show you if your project allows for backlog. So click on the backlog, and then the backlog views where all issues, including epics, are listed in your project. So in the backlog view, locate the epic panel on the left-hand side of the screen. If it's not already visible, you may need to enable it. All right. To enable the epic panel, just go ahead and click on the three dots at the top of the backlog screen. Then select Show Epic Panel from the drop-down menu. Once enabled, the Epic panel will appear on the left, showing a list of all epics associated with your project. Once the Epic panel is visible, you will see a list of all epics currently active in your project. Each epic will be listed by name, and you can easily click on the epic to view more details or see issues related to that epic. You can also filter the backlog by a specific epic to see all issues associated with the epic. So to view more details about an epic, just go ahead and click on its name in the epic panel or in the backlog, and this will open the epic details page where you can see the description of the epic, the issues associated with the epic, dates such as start and end dates if they are set, and of course the progress of the epic, including the number of completed issues. So that's pretty much the process. So when creating or managing tasks, ensure they are linked to an epic to keep the workflow organized, and ensure all tasks are tracked under the right epic. If your project is using advanced roadmaps or portfolio Jira, you can visualize and manage your epics in a timeline view, providing a clear visual representation of their progress and deadlines. So go over this tutorial from the top to the bottom to get acquainted with the steps, and once you're done, you'll be good to go. I hope this tutorial marvelously helped your search.